Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Sakshat Kritam Dayanandam Paramarthasvarupinam Tattvajnana Prashastaram Pranatosmi Param Padam Vagartha Viva Sampraktau Vagartha Pratipattaye Jagatah Pitaro Vande Parvati Parameshwaro Yenakshara Samamnayam Adhigamya Maheshwarat Kritsnam Vyakaranam Proktam Tasmai Paninaye Namaha Vakyakaram Vararuchim Bhashyakaram Patanjalim Paninim Sutrakarancha Pranatosmi Munitrayam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Alpaksharam asandigdham
Alpaksharam asandigdham
Saravad Vishwato Mukham
Saravad Vishwato Mukham
Astobham Anavadyam Cha
Astobham Anavadyam Cha
Sutram Sutravido Viduho
Sutram Sutravido Viduho
Ayun Ruluk Eong Ayouj Hayavarat Lan Nyamangandanam Jabhai Ghadadash Jabagadadash Khapachatata Chatatau Kapai Shashasar Hal. Okay. What are these called?
Maheshwara Sutrani.
What is the purpose of this Maheshwara Sutrani? This
to classify the aksharas in different categories and to easily recognize to which category they belong to, like achis, aswaras, and
pratyaharas. It means to form pratyaharas.
Yeah, pratyaharas.
That is grouping of letters, right?
Yes, Guruji. Yes.
Grouping of letters. And there is an order in the grouping of letters. The first four sutra, Ayun, Ruluk, A, Om, I, Ouch, covers all the vowels. So Ach stands for all the vowels. Dropping the ith letters, the content of the pratyahara Ach is A, I, U, Rulu, A, O. also. Similarly, E stands for E also. O stands for U also, like that, right? Okay. So H meaning vowels. Similarly, what is a pratyahara for consonants?
Hal.
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 Hal. Here the internet is very weak. In case you are not able to hear my voice, please WhatsApp me. I will come to know immediately. Hal. Okay. Hal stands for
Consonants.
Consonants.
all the consonants. Okay. Now, what is the pratyahara for the hard consonants?
Khar.
Hard consonants.
Khar.
Kar.
And we have seen in the very Can you hear me?
Yes, Guruji.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
now.
Fine. There is some background noise on somebody's mobile. There's a connection. Okay. Please, if the fan is running, you can switch off. Okay. What are kar letters?
First, second
Very good.
vargas,
Yes.
syllables except ha.
First letter of all the class consonants, right?
Yes, second letter of all class
letter.
consonants.
And
Syllables except
And sibilants.
sibilants except the letter
Sibilants.
kar, right? And that is captured in the form of the pratyahara kar.
Khar.
Kar is a short, a short term to denote all the hard consonants. Similarly, hush. Hush is
Soft consonants.
soft consonants. So covers all the third letter of all the class consonants, fourth letter, fifth letter, and semivowels, as well as the last sibilant, right? How many pratyaharas you can form?
41.
That is
Number
I
of
mean, they
pratyaharas.
can form
Any
many,
number.
but 41 was
innumerable. You can form
identified.
41 or 43, whatever maybe the number may differ. That is, those pratyaharas are only required. Now, Bhuneshwariji,
Yes.
I saw yours. So many pratyaharas you found. What is the use? Tell me. The idea is forming pratyaharas is not the question. The question is how to know the content of the pratyahara. If I give a pratyahara, and that too, so many pratyaharas are possible, what is the use of those pratyaharas? Only 41 pratyaharas are required for our study.
Yeah.
Other pratyaharas are not required. Already 14 pratyaharas I have given in the list, right?
Okay.
So what is the point in writing of so many pratyaharas? What is the use of that? There is no utility. How to check the pratyaharas are correct? Pratyaharas you formed, right?
Yeah.
How to check it as correct has got nothing. I mean, can't be checked. You have formed the pratyaharas following the procedure, which is beginning with any letter except the last letter, which is ith letter,
Yes, good.
and it should end with the ith letter. So how many pratyaharas? So many pratyaharas can be formed. Okay, forming pratyaharas is one thing, but what is the utility of the pratyaharas? It should be useful for us in the grammar. The grammar we not required. We need only 41 pratyaharas. Only the content of those 41 pratyaharas you need to remember. If I say H, to be able to tell all the vowels. If I say Ak, all the simple vowels.
Simple
H,
vowels.
all the conjunct consonants. That is what the exercise is meant for. Not forming pratyaharas. And how to check it, I don't know. That's why I didn't call you.
Okay, no problem.
Please remember, the 41 pratyaharas what I listed before.
Yeah.
Only I'm telling this all of you. Okay.
Okay.
For content of those pratyaharas, you should be able to recollect immediately. When I say, suppose, hush, you should be able to say it is soft consonant.
Yes, Guruji.
And if I say jhal, jhal letter, it means starting from ja up to lakara.
Yes.
4, 3, 2, 1, and all is
One
sibilants.
and all the
Sibilants.
sibilants.
Okay. Purpose of forming pratyahara, the purpose of reading Mageshwar Sutra should be clear, right? There is no end to the forming a number of pratyaharas. You can form so many. But is there any utility? No. Okay. Moving further. And I, I told in the last class one small thing I introduced, even though it is maybe very early, but still
Sandhi.
Sandhi, the topic. Simple Sandhi, very simple Sandhi.
Savarna.
Savarna Sandhi. Savarna
Savarna
Dirgha
Sandhi.
Sandhi.
There, the pratyahara.
Savarna Dirgha Sandhi.
It's okay. It's okay. And yeah. So it is simple. Pratyahara is ak. When ak is followed by ak, what will happen? And for that sandhi, we need to know what is ak. And if you know the pratyahara, if you know the sutra, you can, and you know ak. Ak is the first letter and the last letter. A is the first beginning of the Mageshwar Sutra. And kakara, where is it? That you have to spot. You should be able to see where the kakara is as a ith letter. That is why we every class we memorize, we chant this as a prayer, as well as to memorize this. We should be able to say the ith letter of the sutra also. One is the first letter of the pratyahara, then the ith letter also. Both we need to remember. Where the first letter is located in the 14th sutra, number one, and where the ith letter is located. That also you should be when you can identify the first letter, the ith letter must be located somewhere down below, right? So we have to know it immediately. For that only we chant every class, and also as I said, it's for prarthana also, right? So ak, when I say a, you, rulu, all the simple vowels are covered. When a simple vowel is followed by Savarna simple vowel. Savarna is in keeping with the same place of pronunciation. That is called as Savarna. The place of pronunciation should not change. So if A is followed by A, or A is followed by A or A, then both will be replaced by Dirgha. What is a Dirgha of both? A, that will be the replacement. This is what this like this we are going to see so many sandhis are there. Okay, let me introduce slowly that sandhi topic. Then we'll come back to this and continue chanting. Now please mute your mic and listen. Only if you have doubt, you can unmute, or if you are not able to hear me because there is some background noise. Okay. Sandhi Prakaranam. As I said, then I introduced Sandhi at a later stage, but for this batch, I'm introducing in the beginning itself so that you can practice. Please listen. And if you want to take a snapshot of any file, you can take. I will send this later. This has to be corrected. Some problem has happened in this file. What is Sandhi? Sandhi is the close proximity of letters. It's called Sandhi. Understand the definition clearly. Two letters, when they are close to each other, that condition is called Sandhi. The coming of two letters
No sound, Guruji.
Yeah, thank you for that. Network is weak, that's why. Thanks for that, telling me. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
Guruji. Now we can.
proximity of letters is called sandhi. Varnanam atishayitaha sannidhihi samhita. Why sandhi is samhita is two names. Sandhi is the name, it's a common name which we use. Sandhi is the common name. There is a part is a name is in the Laukika language. We use the word sandhi. Where samhita is a technical name. In the grammar, the same sandhi, that is the close proximity of letters, is called
Sahita.
Lost him.
samhita. Okay, understand?
I mean, in between we lost your voice, Guruji. Can you repeat?
We lost your voice, Guruji.
Okay.
Since we started Samhita, we lost your voice.
Okay. Sandhi is a popular name which we use in the Laukika language. The word for close proximity of letters is called sandhi. The same thing is called samhita technically. Okay. Understand?
Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Guruji.
Guruji.
Yeah. Okay. Instead of saying my voice is not clear, you can message me so that I can say, because all these things are recorded. So in case if I miss, but I'm saying it repeatedly, so you won't miss it anything. But you can message me in case if you lost my voice. There's some problem in the connection here. Okay, so samhita also I can use, sandhi also I can use. So this sandhi prakaranam, otherwise called samhita prakaranam. The word samhita, as I said, is a technical word which is used by the Panini Maharishi. You know Panini Maharishi, the famous Vaiyakarana, and his great work Ashtadhyagi. There he uses the word samhita, meaning sandhi. Right? Then the word sandhi or samhita, they mean the same thing. That's what I said. Both mean the same thing. So the definition of sandhi is varnanam atishayitaha. Varnanam means what? Okay, you can tell me what is varnanam? What vibhakti is that?
Shashti
Shashti.
Bahuvachan. Yes.
Shashti vibhakti bahuvachanam. What is a pratipadika?
Varna.
Varnam.
Varna.
Varna.
Pullinga. Like Rama, Ramanam, Varnanam. So it means the letters. Atishayita means proximity. Close proximity. Atishayitaha. Close proximity of the letters. Sannidhi is proximity. Atishayita means close, nearness. Sannidhi is proximity. So Varnanam Atishayita Sannidhi is Samhita. There is a definition for Samhita even in this Sutra Pata. Sutra Pata is a grammar work called Ashtadhyagi. There is a definition. Parasannikarshaha Samhita. The same thing I have presented. Varnanam Atishayitaha Sannidhi. The same meaning only. Now the next one you can see. Sandhi is defined by the Sutram Parasannikarishaha Samhita. Okay. Paraha Sannikarshaha. Sannikarsha means proximity. Sannidhihi ityartaha. That is called Samhita. I have given some number. Number you need not know now, but I just tell you what it is. What are these three numbers? Number one, the first letter. Number one is there. One stands for this place stands for chapter. And the next place stands for the section. And the third place stands for the number, the sutra number. Ashtadhyayi means a collection or a group of 8 chapters. Each chapter has got 4 sections. So the second place cannot exceed 4 because only 4 sections are there. And the first place cannot exceed 8 because only 8 chapters are there. And the number of sutras that may vary from section to section. So where the definition of Sandhi is available is this 140,108. This is where you have to refer. First chapter, 4th section, 108th sutra, Parasannikarsha Samhita. The definition of Sandhi. As I said before, this is not important now. Maybe an extra information will be useful later. Okay. Then, when 2 letters are in close proximity, a significant change happens at the juncture as per the rules of Sandhi. It is called Sandhi Karyam. It is important. Understand this. When 2 letters are in close proximity, what happens? Yes, a change happens at the meeting point. Either the 2 letters will be replaced by some other letter, or the first letter may be replaced by some other letter, or the second letter may be replaced by some other letter. Possibility, right? Yes or no?
Yes, Guruji.
Yes. Okay, just I want to know whether you can hear me. Yes or no? Okay. So anything can happen to the 2 letters. Either the first letter can be replaced by some other letter. Some change happens, right? It's called that is because of the close proximity. The change happens because of the proximity. Either the first letter can change, become something, or the second means the following letter. The first letter of the following word. First letter, I mean the last letter of the first word. Okay. So first when I say the last letter of the first word, second letter when I say the first letter of the following word. So any change is possible. That change is also called the change is called Sandhi Karyam, and the change is also called Sandhi. Please note the change of the letters at the meeting point is called Sandhi Karyam. Karya means the product or the effect, the result of the close proximity. That's called Sandhi Karyam. The result is some change happens. The change is also called Sandhi. Okay. The change is also called Sandhi. Now you understand what Sandhi is. Sandhi can mean the close proximity. Sandhi can mean Sandhi Karyam. Is it clear?
Yes, Guruji.
So the change is also called Sandhi. So when we say Sandhi Prakaranam, see, not just the close proximity alone. Yes, 2 letters come in close contact. So what? The question is, so what? But the Sandhi Prakaranam, when you say, we are dealing with the change happening because of the close proximity. Therefore, the resultant change which happens because of the close proximity of letters, it is also referred to by the word Sandhi. So that's called Sandhi Karyam. Sandhi Karyam or Sandhi? Since we use the word Sandhi, what Sandhi happens? Like that last when we study Sandhi, it means we are talking about Sandhi Karyam. Please note this, important. Then I've written the same thing in Sanskritam. Sandhi sthane. Okay, you can read so that I can make sure that you are hearing me. Because of this, Giriyaji, please read that, which is in Sanskritam.
Yep. Yes, Guruji. Sandhisthane kischat vikarah.
Not kischat. Read again.
Kinchat.
Kinchit.
Kinchit vikarah sandhi niyamena bhavati.
Let me explain. Sandhi sthane kinchit vikaraha sandhi niyamena bhavati. In the place of sandhi, let me explain this.
Yes, sir.
Sandhi sthane, some vikara, some change happens in keeping with the niyama, the rules of the sandhi. Sandhi sthane. Sandhi sthane means the close proximity. Sthana means place. Change happens. How? In keeping with the sandhi niyama, sandhi rules. That is what we are going to see. The last class I introduced one rule, Savarna Dirgha.
Yep.
That is sandhi niyama. Like that, so many niyamas are there. So many niyamas, and then you need to remember those niyamas. Sandhi knowledge is very important. When you read any text, first you have to split the shloka, split the words. Then only individual words can be understood. Without sandhi, you cannot read any text really. You cannot chant, you cannot recite any text. Because you are stopping somewhere, it means you should stop at the end of the word. For that, you have to split the word. Because two words you will see it together, joined by the sandhi rules. So you have to split. Unless you know the sandhi rules, you cannot split it. So knowledge of sandhi is very important. Even if you chant Vishnu Sahasranam or Gita, whatever it may be, this sandhi knowledge is important. Tat sandhi, okay, please continue.
Tat sandhikaryam iti namna vyavahriyate. Vyavahriyate.
That is known by the name. That is known by the name sandhikarya. That vikara. Vikara means what? Change. The change which happens in keeping with the rules, sandhi niyama, is called sandhikarya. Sandhikaryam iti namna vyavahriyate. Continue.
Loke prayena sandhikaryam eva sandhi namna vyavahriyate.
Loke means in the vyavahara, in the Lokika world, in the spoken world, spoken language. Loke means you can take. Prayena, mostly. Sandhikaryam, this vikara, what happened at the sandhi sthana, that is known by the name sandhi. That is what I said in English. The same thing is given in Sanskrit. Sandhikaryam is also known by the name sandhi. Understand this, all of you?
Yes, Guruji.
Any doubts? You can please unmute and ask me. Then let us understand sandhi by the following. I'll explain this very very simple way. You can see that. What is sandhi? X plus y, what you see? Okay, let me make it short. So here, what you see? This is a word. Okay, this is Purva Padam. That is first word. Y is the Parapadam. Parapadam. Remember, Parapadam or Uttarapadam. Y is the Parapadam. X is the last letter of the first word. Okay, X is Purva Padam, and the X is the last letter, which is marked a red color. That is the last letter of the first word. That is Purva Padam. Y is Parapadam, otherwise called Uttarapadam, where Y is the first letter of the Parapadam, following word. Now, this X and Y are in close contact. What is it called?
Sandhi.
Otherwise called?
Sandhikaran.
Sandhikaryam.
It is sandhi, sorry, not otherwise. The close proximity is called sandhi. Now, something is going to happen, right? That is called?
Sandhikaryam.
Otherwise called sandhi. You can call by the name sandhi also. So, X plus Y, not really addition. X plus Y means not There is no addition here. For our understanding, I have written addition. Anything can happen. X could be replaced by Z, or Y could be replaced by Z, or both could be replaced by Z. Anything can happen. Or both can drop also. Anything is possible. This any possibility, what I said, these are called Sandhi Karya. That is also called Sandhi. So here X, X, X. Okay, Manjula ji, please read that.
Yeah, Guruji. Here, X, X, X is the first word. We call it is Purva Padam.
Okay.
Y, Y, Y is the second following word. It is called Parapadam.
So you understand what is Purva Padam and Parapadam? What is a
Yes,
Padam?
Guruji.
What is a Padam?
Word.
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 And Padam, what about Shabda?
Non-refined, no?
It is
Shabda is-
That's the
Shabda
difference
not-
or not between Shabda and a word?
Yes.
Sound.
Purva
Shabda.
Padam is form.
Huh? Purva Padam is? I'm asking what is the
Shabda
difference?
plus
Refined,
Pratyaya.
refined form.
Yes, Rajeshwari, what did you say? Somebody said something. Yeah,
Shabda plus Pratyaya is
very
Padam.
good. Shabda plus Pratyaya. What Pratyaya? Supratyaya. Okay, anyway. So I just mentioned the name Supratyaya. Some set of pratyayas, important pratyayas. Okay. Shabda plus Pratyaya is a Padam. So Padam is, as somebody said, is a refined word. Padam is only can be used in the language, not Shabda. Shabda is the word which is yet to be made fit for usage by declension, like Rama Shabda we say. Akarantaha, Pullingaha, Rama. It's a Shabda. That's it. We say Rama Shabdaha. When you say Ramaha, Ramaha is what? Padam.
Padam.
Shabda plus Pratyaya results in the formation of the Padam, Ramaha. That only can be used in the language. Similarly, with regard to what? Kriya
Words.
Padam. Kriya Padam also. Verbs, yes.
Dhatu. Yeah.
Dhatu plus that
Ting
Padam.
project.
Ting Pratyaya will give Kriya Padam. So here, Purva Padam, Parapadam means could be anything. Padam, not Shabda. Shabda also possible. Why not? For our understanding now, I have written Padam because they are is for our understanding I have written as Padam. Whereas in a compound word, what is a compound?
Conjunct.
No. In
Two
English,
words.
in English, I'm asking what is a compound word? Yeah, please tell me, Prabhu Desai.
Two words coming together, na Guruji.
Example?
Example, school bus.
Understand.
Very good. School bus,
Blackboard.
Blackboard.
blackboard,
Bookshelf.
Understand.
bookshelf. Yes, that's a compound. So when you say blackboard, it is not black, it is not board. It is a combination of these two words. Blackboard is one word, right? Even though it has got two individual words. The crow is black and the board is black. That is different. But in the blackboard, it is one word. Both black and board referring to only one thing, right? Only one thing or whatever it may be. But it is one word, right? Similarly, in Sanskritam also compound is possible, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So now, okay,
Yes.
let me give the same example and understand this. Now, that blackboard is there, right? Suppose it falls. How do you say is black falls or board falls?
Blackboard.
Board.
You have to say blackboard falls. So blackboard is one word. You cannot say black falls or board falls. Blackboard falls. Similarly, in Sanskritam also, two words can be combined to make into a compound word. And the compound word will be a Shabda, like Rama Shabda. Understand? Like the word Rameshwara, if we take, what is Rameshwara? You know, I've heard the Rameshwara. Rameshwara is a place. And also, Rama and Ishvara is a two words.
Can't hear you, Guruji.
Lost you, Guruji.
Me now.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank
Guruji.
you.
I said Rameshwara, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, Guruji.
I don't know how this internet problem is going to be solved. It has been there for a long time. Let us only pray. That's all. Rameshwara. Now, Rameshwara is one word. Now, how do you decline Rameshwara?
Like Ramashabda.
Akarantaha pullingaha
Like
Rameshwara.
Rameshabda. Rameshwara is a word. Do you decline Rama separately and Ishvara separately?
No.
That is called compound. Right? Now, you understand what is a compound?
Yes.
Yes, Guruji.
Rama and Ishvara become one word, which is Rameshwara. How it become Rama plus Ishvara become Rameshwara? That is what Sandhi is. Rama ending with A, Ishvara beginning with E. So A and E both have come close together. Two vowels have come, right?
Yes.
Becomes A. That is Sandhi. Rameshwara. That is a Pratipadikam Shabda. That can be declined like Rama Shabda. Okay. So, therefore, when I say Purva Padam, it is not only Purva Padam. It could be a Shabda also. Shabda in the case of compound. Understand?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
In the case of individual words, then Purva Padam and Parapadam. In the case of compound, it is Purva Shabda and
Parashabda.
Parashabda. Sandhi can happen. Okay, let me tell you technical name for compound. Just know it, the name Samasa. The compound is known by the word Samasa. Rameshwara is an example for that. Now, continuing. Manjulaji, please read. If it is better,
Yeah, Guruji.
you read so that I can hear you, and if you can't hear
Yeah.
me, yeah, please do.
The last letter of the Parapadam, Purvapadam is X. The first letter of the
Following Padam.
following Padam, the first letter of the following Padam is Y.
Okay.
They are in close proximity. It is called Sandhihi.
Okay. Next person can read. Girijaji, please read.
At the juncture,
Please split
the,
that, okay. Yeah. You can read.
the
Yeah.
following possible changes can happen.
Okay.
Before we enter into the Sandhi topic, let us be familiar with the following technical terms.
Okay.
I can't see the screen now.
I'll show you.
Thank you.
So we are going to see technical terms. Okay. Now, please read the technical terms.
Sthani, Adeshaha, Agamaha, Lopaha, Prakriti, Bhavaha.
Don't worry about Agama, Lopaha, Prakriti, Bhava. This is what we are going to use it in the beginning.
Okay.
What is that?
Sthani, Adeshaha.
These two terms, you be familiar. What it is, I'll tell you. Sthani. Ram Kumarji, please read.
Sthani.
Sthani.
Sthani, a place in which or with reference to which the change happens.
What does it mean?
A place in which or with reference to which the change happens. So it is the place where the change happens. Sthani is the place with reference to which the change happens.
The last letter of the first word or the first letter of the last word.
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
The place could be a letter or a syllable or more than one syllable.
Okay, continue.
Yasmin sthane athva yasya sthanantarena kinchit vikarah. bhavati tat sthanam sthani iti kathyate.
The place where the change happens is called sthani. Or the place with reference to something, not with reference to which I think I have given footnote where it is. Footnote is here, not here. Okay. The place where the change happens is called sthani. The place where the change happens, two letters have come together, so a change happens. The place where the change happens, that is called sthani. The change could be the last letter of the Purva Padam or the first letter of the following Padam, right?
Yes, Murli.
Or could be both. So that is called sthani. Now, Bhuvaneshwarji, you can read the next one.
Yes, Guruji. Adeshaha. That which is ordained in the place of sthani is called Adeshaha. In other words, Adeshaha is that which replaces sthani, or sthani is that which is replaced by Adeshaha.
Right? So, sthani is replaced by Adesha. The change happens means one is replaced by the another. What is replaced is called sthani, and what replaces is called Adesha.
Adesha.
Understand?
Yes.
Please read a Sanskritam.
पूर्वस्थितस्य शब्दस्य अथवा अक्षरस्य स्थाने विधीयमानं नूतनशब्दम् अथवा अक्षरम् आदेशः इति उच्यते. अभूत्वा यः भवति सः आदेशः.
Okay, that is Mahavasham.
Mahavasham.
Mahavasham, Patanjali Mahavasham. So, Purvastitasya Shabdasya Atava Aksharasya, it could be the replacement, can happen to a word, can happen to a letter, can happen to a syllable, or can happen to a word also. A word also can be replaced. What was there before? In that place, a new Shabda or new Akshara is ordained. That is called Adesha. Nutana Shabdam Atava Nutana Aksharam, a new letter or new word can come in the place of that, in the place of sthani. That is called Adesha. So Adesha was not there before Sandhi happened. After Sandhi happened, Adesha came. That is why Mahavashyakara says, Abhutva yaha bhavati saha Adeshaha. Abhutva, what was not there before, just come. That's called Adeshaha. Right? Let us understand what's sthani with the following example. Manjari, please read. Manjari ji, are you there?
Yeah. So let us understand what sthani and adesha are with the following examples. Agama lopaha.
Yeah.
Agama lopaha and prakriti bhavaha will be discussed later.
So don't worry about those three, not required. Only this sthani and adesha. If you have doubt, that will be clear by this example. Please read.
XXX plus YYY is equal to XX in the bracket X plus Y, YY. So the place sthani is X plus Y where the sandhi has taken place.
Yes. Now this example is given. There are three possibilities. Please read.
Yeah. At the juncture sandhi, X can be replaced by a new letter, by a new letter Z. So hence X is the sthani, Z is the adeshaha.
Yes. Understand this?
Yeah.
Yes, Guruji.
So because of the proximity, now one possibility is given. Either X could be replaced by Z. So in that case, which is sthani? What was there before it is sthani? And what is replaced is adesha. Right?
Yeah. Should I continue?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the juncture y, the second example is at the juncture y can be replaced by a new letter z. So x plus y is equal to x's bracket x plus z and y. Here y is the sthani,
Yes.
z is the adeshaha.
Adesha. Right. Previously it was X, now it is Y. Sthani. Adesha is same. Continue.
Yeah. At the juncture, both x plus y can be replaced by a new letter z. So triple x plus y is equal to xx bracket z and yy. Here x plus y is sthani and z is adeshaha.
So now you know what Sthani and Adesha is, right?
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, Guruji.
I think it can be made more simple than this.
Yep, that's
Okay.
right.
So now the
Sandhi is of three types. Sandhyaha trividhaha bhavanti.
here the Sandhi, the close proximity is called Sandhi, and the Sandhi Karyam is also called Sandhi. Okay. Now the next one, next person can read. Kausalya, you can read.
Sandhi is of three types. Sandhayaha, Trividhaha, Bhavanti.
Now tell me, what is Sandhayaha? What is it? What is Sandhayaha? What is Sandhi? What is connection?
Bahuvachanam.
Prathama Bahuvachanam.
Like what Shabda?
Hari Shabda.
Hari Shabda.
Hari,
Is it Hari
Hari
Shabda
Shabda,
or Mahi
Hari
Shabda,
Shabda.
Guruji?
Hari Shabda.
Hari Shabda.
Hari Haraya.
So Sandhi, Sandhi.
Sandhi, Sandhya.
Sandhyaha.
Sandhi.
That is why Bhavanti, Bahuvachan.
Sandhya.
Trividaha means three types. Sandhayaha, Trividaha, Bhavanti. Okay. Now you can see. Actually, for our understanding, made it with three types. You can read. Continue.
Santayaha, Swara Sandhihi, Vyanjana Sandhihi, Visarga Sandhihi.
What is Swara?
Vowel.
Vowels.
Technically called?
Ach.
Vyanjana is?
Consonants.
Technically?
Hal.
Hal.
Visarga, you know what Visarga is?
Anuswaras.
No, not Anuswara. Visarga is not Anuswara.
Visarga is at Ha Shabda.
Visarga is the pollen. The pollen is called Visarga, right? Anuswara is the bindu. The dot is called Anuswara.
Oh, yeah.
Sandhihi, you can see the Visarga at the end. Sandhihi, Sandhayaha. Visarga is that is the pollen. It's called Visarga. Okay, continue.
Swara Sandhihi, vowel Sandhi. In the place of Swaras Thani, the replacement will be a Swaras Adesha.
What does it mean?
In the place of a vowel, the replacement will be a
Well, it will be
Another vowel.
another
another
vowel.
vowel. Yeah, please continue.
Atra Swarasya Sthane Swaradeshaha Bhavati.
You can see what is Swarasya.
Shashti Ekvachan.
Shashti.
Shashti. Pratipadika is?
Swara.
Swara.
Swaraha. You can decline that. So Swarasya. Sthane. In the sthana means place. In the place of Swara. What is the Adesha?
Another
Another
Swara.
vowel.
Swaradesha. That itself Sandhi has happened. You can see
Yeah,
Swaradesha is Sandhi has happened.
plus Adesha.
Swara Adesha.
Adesha.
What has happened? Swara plus Adesha.
Swara.
Adesha. It's a Sandhi has happened here. What is the Pratipadikam?
Swara and Adesha.
Swaraha.
Adesha.
Swaradesha.
Swaradesha.
Like Anama Shabda, you can decline. Swaradeshaha. Right? You can see Sandhi. It's just a compound. Example for compound. Samasa. Right? Now continue, please.
Before we get into vowel Sandhi, we should know what Savarna and Asavarna means.
Yes. I introduced this Savarna and Asavarna. Savarna and Asavarna. Savarna means what?
Similar.
Same.
Similar,
Place of
yes.
same origin.
Similar letter, yeah. Similarity based on the place of
pronunciation.
mainly that is our understanding now, as of now. Pronunciation. Okay, let me ask you. A and E, are they Savarna or not?
No.
Savarna.
No.
Why?
Because the place of
Place is
pronunciation is
place of
different. One is
pronunciation.
guttural and the other
Kantaha and
is
Talu.
talu.
Talu. One is Kanta, other one is Talu. They are not Savarna. What about R and R?
They are Savarna.
Savarna.
They are Savarna.
Because the Ucharana Sthanam is same, cerebral only. Only the Matra changes, but place of pronunciation is same, Savarna.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So now you know what Savarna and Asavarna. Asavarna is negative, opposite of Savarna. Right? Dharma, Adharma. Kshara, Akshara. Savarna, Asavarna.
Savarna.
If you want to say an opposite of it, add A. You get the opposite meaning. Right? Mitram, Amitram.
Mitram.
And Savarna is, you have to see the word, not just simply adding A. If the word begins with a consonant, then you can add A. If it begins with a vowel, not A, okay, that will be different. If it begins with a consonant, Savarna, like Dharma, Kshara, Dharma, Adharma. Dharma, the word begins with Dakara, which is consonant. Therefore, you can add A, Adharma, like in English, friend, unfriend. Right?
Guruji, Asti and Nasti is like.
Yes.
Na.
Yeah, that it is different. Okay,
Vowel.
that, because you asked, I tell you what it is. Because it begins with the vowel, Asti. I'm typing here, the wrong place, but I'll just for your typing and I'll delete it later. Asti, the word Asti is that it begins with
Vowel.
vowel. So opposite of Asti.
Na asti.
Na asti.
So if you want to say opposite of that, Nasti. Na asti is Nasti. This is Kriya Padam. Na asti. Here itself Sandhi can happen. Na and asti. What will happen?
Nasti.
Nasti. Dirgha.
Nasti.
Dirghamadesh.
Here it is Sandhi. Okay, this is not Nasti, is Na asti Nasti. Not not that here negative is added before asti. Please note that. Okay. Understand what I'm saying?
Yes, good.
Yes, yes.
Asti, opposite of this Na asti only. That is called Nasti.
Yes.
Guruji, you are not audible, Guruji.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Guruji.
Please see, Asti and Nasti, it is not like Savarna, Savarna. That is different, this is different. Savarna is the opposite of that is Asavarna. Why? Because it begins with the consonant. Asti, Nasti is not like that. It is not Asti has become, and adding Na, okay, Na Asti. It is not adding one A before. One A is not added before. It is Na Asti. Na Asti is Sandhi has happened. You get Nasti. Okay. It's different from this. That's why this is not a good example. I'll give another example. Like Can you hear me?
Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Guruji. Now,
Okay. Amayam is there. What is that? Amayam.
Amayam.
Opposite of that amayam. Amayam means not healthy.
Niramayam.
Niramaya.
Niramayam, or you can say anamayam. Because it begins with the word, with the vowel, therefore, what you need to do is add an. This is the rule. Becomes anamayam. An plus amayam becomes anamayam. So this is just a small information. If the word begins with a consonant, then opposite of that can be gained by adding a. If the word begins with a vowel, then opposite of that will be gained by adding an. Note this. Okay. Clear?
Yes, good.
Yes, good.
So, amayam, anamayam. Whereas in the case of asti, nasti, it is not like that. Okay. It is not anasti. Asti, nasti, nasti. There, sandhi. Okay. Please continue. The next person who was reading.
Kausalya.
Kausalya ji.
Okay. Savarnaha, similar letters. A letter is similar to another letter when it has similarity in terms of place of pronunciation and effort.
I'm just
Reference.
giving the reference sutram for reference. It's not important now, but still you can just read. Yeah.
Sutram tulyasya prayatnam savarnam.
What is 119? Just now I said.
Chapter, section, and
First
sutra.
chapter,
One is
first section,
chapter.
9th sutra.
Kausalya ji will answer first. Okay.
First chapter, first section, 9th sutra.
Okay. Continue.
For example, a is similar to either a or a, but not e. Since the place of pronunciation of a, guttural, is different from e, palatal.
Understand this?
Yes.
This is called savarna. Please continue.
A is similar only to a or a, not with any letters. Therefore, a is savarna to a or a.
Therefore, a is savarna to a or a. Similarly, a is savarna to a or a. Anyway. Can we say anyway? Right? So, a or a is savarna to a or a. Okay. Next person. Lata ji, you can read. Shika ji, can you read? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please read.
Asavarnaha. In the above example, we say a is dissimilar to any letter other than a or a. The vowels and the consonants cannot be said to be similar to each other, even though the place of pronunciation is same. The effort is different. Ach is always dissimilar, asavarn, to hal. Reference Sutram Nachhalau 1.1.10.
Okay, fine. Up to this. See, a is dissimilar to any letter other than a or a. We know this. Then, if that is so, then that is one thing we have seen already. Then vowels and consonants, this is another important point we noted. Vowels and consonants cannot be similar to each other, even though the place of pronunciation is same. Why it is said? Can anyone say answer?
Because we have some semi-vowels like yara, lava, which are very closer to
No,
vowels.
why this point is? Why this
Because,
point is?
because vowels can be pronounced and consonants by itself cannot be pronounced.
No, not the reason. Why this point is a very specific point. It is there in the very. I want the certain answer. The fact is there in the. It is there in the very sentence. In the word sentence itself. The place.
So the effort, Guruji, like hard consonant. I mean, put some.
The place of pronunciation is same. What is that? Tell me. Example. Example can tell me.
Or palatal.
Huh? Example for that.
Like and ka, Guruji, they were both.
Very good. That's what I want.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that called? Sutra. Can you tell me the sutra? I mean, we chant every class. We chant every class.
Visarjaniyanam kantaha.
That's what it is. Akuka visarjaniyanam kantaha. Ichuyashanam talu. Ruturashanam murda. So A and Ku. Ku stands for? What is Ku?
Kavarga.
Kavarga. So Ku is consonant. A is vowel. Both have the place of pronunciation. What?
Gutturals. Kantaha.
Kanta. Are they Savarna? No.
No.
They have got same place of pronunciation. It should be Savarna. That is why this rule is this specifically written this. Vowels and consonants, even though the place of pronunciation is same, but they are not considered to be similar. Please note this. This question can come. That is why this is written.
Okay.
Vowels and consonants cannot be similar. Cannot be said to be similar. You may say place of pronunciation is same. Yes, but the effort is different. What is effort? Don't worry about it. We don't know. That is not required now, out of scope. You can note this point. Even though the place of pronunciation is same, still vowels and consonants cannot be similar. Right? That is why this rule is, that's Asavarna. So, therefore, Ach is always Asavarna to Hal. Understand this?
Yes, good.
Yes. Yes, Guruji.
Yes, good.
Now the next person, Lataji, you can read.
Swarsandhihi of 8 types. They are Swarsandhayaha, Ashtavidya.
Ashtavidya. Where is Vidya?
Vidaha Bhavanti.
Vidaha means types. Okay. Ashtavidaha, 8 types.
Bhavanti. Te Savarna Dirgha Sandhihi, Yan Sandhihi, Gun Sandhihi.
Not Gun. Read properly.
Guna Sandhihi.
Guna. Vritti Sandhi.
Okay, she will read, okay?
Ayavayava Sandhihi.
Okay.
Purvarupa Sandhihi, Pararupa Sandhihi, Prakriti Bhavaha.
So we are going to zoom only the first 5 or 6. Other things we'll see later. Okay, now continue.
Savarna Dirgha Sandhihi.
Yeah, please read.
When Ak is followed by a Savarna Ak, then the resultant change is Dirgha Ak. Since the replacement is Dirgha Ak, this Sandhi is called Dirgha Sandhi.
What do you understand by this?
Yes, if it, when Ak is followed by Savarna Ak, if it is a plus A, then the resultant change is A, that is Dirgha Ak.
Only for A only?
A plus A also.
Is it only for A?
A plus A, A plus A, A plus A, anything happen.
It can be. What is Ak?
You will
answer. Lataji will answer. Others can answer later. Everybody answers and won't be able to hear anything. Lataji, what is Ak?
First sutra and second sutra, Guruji. Ayun.
No. Not like that. Ak means you have to say. What is that?
A, I, U, U, Lu.
That you have to say. Ayivu rulu iti. Okay. Okay. So when Ak is followed by Savarna Ak. Continue. You can read this in Sanskritam. What is there?
Akaha, Savarne, Varne par.
Not par. Please read properly.
Akaha, Savarna Varne pare.
No. Savarne Varne pare.
Savarne Varne pare. Purva parayoho stane ekaha dirgaha adeshaha bhavati.
Whatever you read in English, the same thing is there in Sanskrit. When ak is followed by savarna, then the resultant change. Where the resultant change? Where does it happen? The last letter or the first letter or on both?
The last letter of the first word, the first letter of the last word.
Where that happens? Which place? Both or only one? You understand the question? You know the example I have given last class. Where the resultant change will happen? Does it happen to the last letter of the first word or to the first letter of the following word or both?
Both.
Both. X plus Y, both will be replaced by one adesha, which is dirgha. That is what this sandhi is. That is why it's called dirgha sandhi.
Purva parayo hasthanam.
That's very important. Purva parayo. What is purva?
Purva is
Before. Para is
after.
After. So in the place of both purva and para. Now, what is purva parayo? What vibhakti is that? Anybody?
Sashtam dvivachan.
Dvivachanam.
Dvivachanam.
Shashti dvivachanam. Like Rama Shabda. Rama.
Ramayoho.
Ramayo.
Could be Shashti or it could be Saptami, right?
Saptami. Yes.
Yes, both have got.
But here it is Shashti. Okay, don't worry. Here it is Shashti. Savarne, what vibhakti is that?
Sashti Ekvachan.
No,
No, not Shashti.
Sorry.
Saptami.
Saptami.
What is Varne? Varne is
Saptami.
Saptami ekvachanam.
Pare also same. So, Akaha Savarne Pare. That is when Ak is followed by Savarna letter in the place of Purva Parayogustani. In the place of Purva and Para, Ekaha, one, Dirgaha, the long, Adeshaha Bhavati. Adesha happens. By seeing the examples, you will be able to understand this. This is the sutra for that. Please read that.
Reference Sutram, Akaha 6:1.
That's okay. Let's leave it out. This is Vibhakti. You can read that sutram alone.
Sutram, Akaha.
Akaha Savarne Dirgaha Sutram. You have to read that.
Sutram, Savarne, Dirgaha.
Akaha Savarne Dirgaha.
Sutram, Akaha, Savarne, Dirgaha. That is Sutram is called. Okay.
This whole thing is called sutram. This what you see here.
Savarne, Dirgaha.
This is the Vibhakti. They have marked it.
Okay.
Next person can read.
Dirgaha.
Rajeshwar, you can read.
पूर्वस्थितस्य पदान्तस्य
Very good. Yeah.
आ इ उ ऋ ऋ इति एतेषां वर्णानां परे आ इ उ ऋ इत्यादौ सवर्णे वर्णे परे पूर्वपरयोः स्थाने एकः दीर्घः सवर्णादेशः भवति.
Yes. Understand this. It's very clear. That is, Purva Sthitasya means in Purva Padam. In Purva Padam, if these letters are there, followed by the Savarna, these letters, then in the place of both, there will be one Dirgha Adesha, one long vowel. One means what? Not anyone. Corresponding to that. We will see that. That will be the Adesha. Right? Then continue. Please read that.
Will be explained this. The last letter of the Purva Padam could be any one of A, I,
Yes.
U, Ru. It's a sthani.
Will you be a class in that short while?
Sorry, it is
Yes,
sthani.
after my class.
Please
The
mute your
first-
mic and then you can talk to people around. Everybody can hear that. Yeah.
The first letter of Parapadam could be any one of the corresponding Savarna A, I, U, Ru. It is sthani.
Sthani number 2.
Sthani number 2.
First one is Sthani number 1.
Yes.
This is Sthani number 2.
Sthani number 2.
Just for our understanding, we are just naming it as Sthani 1, Sthani 2. Right?
Yes.
Sthani 1, Sthani 2 is only for our reference. Now, can we continue?
when the Sthani 1 and Sthani 2 come to close proximity. Okay.
Yes, difficult. Wait just a minute. Okay, let me separate the
because
words. I'll keep moving. Yes, let me do this and then you can read.
When the Sthani 1 and Sthani 2 come to close proximity, then both of them will be replaced by one corresponding Dirgha Swara, long vowel. The Adesh will be a Dirgha Swara.
Adesha.
Adesha.
Not
will
Adesh.
be, Adesh. Will
Adesha.
be Adesha will be a Dirgha Swara.
Okay.
We will call this rule rule number 01.
Yeah. So Sthani 1 and Sthani 2 both will be replaced by the corresponding long vowel. Okay. Now rule 1. This is rule number 1. What we are naming it as rule number 1. Please continue.
So Guruji, this earned A example is what is this meant by here, no? A plus A is equal to A.
Yes, that's what it is here.
Okay.
That is where I started here. Just to tell you the usage of the pratyahara. Pratyahara only when it is required you have to form and use that.
Yes, Guruji.
That's where I started this topic, because a lot of other pratyaharas you can form, but it's of no use. Only that which is required you have to understand. That's why I started this.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, please continue, Rajesh.
When ak is followed by savarna ak, the last letter of the purva pad and the first letter
Pada,
of the
not pad.
Sorry, pada. Yes, sorry. The last letter of the purva pad and the first pada and the first letter of the parapada both will be replaced by the savarna dirgha ak.
Yes, please continue.
The different possible combination of savarna ak are given by below. Ka avaranat avarane pare purva parayoho sthane dirgha avaranaha adeshaha bhavati.
Dirgha savarnaha, not savarnaha.
Sorry, dirgha.
Okay. No, it's correct only. Sorry, dirgha avarnaha only. Yeah, okay. Please continue. Yeah.
A plus A is equal to A, or A plus A is equal to A, or A plus A is equal to A, or A plus A is equal to A.
So this is, for example, this is Purva, this is Para. What is Purva? Purva is Kanta, Para is also Kanta, and A are they savarna to each other or not?
Yes, they are.
A is Ak letter. Yes? Yes or no?
Yes.
Ak is followed by Savarna. Savarna Ak. So both will be replaced by one long vowel. Now can I replace both by the letter E?
No. Because they are not the same place of
pronunciation.
Both must be replaced by a one vowel which must be corresponding to the place of pronunciation of the individual letters.
Yep.
What is the dirgha of A? What is the dirgha of this A? So A is the replacement in the place of both, because we said Savarna Dirgha Ak will be the Adesha, right? What is the Adesha? Savarna Dirgha. That what replaces, the Ak replaces that both must be Dirgha corresponding to the individual letters. So you cannot replace by E. Understand?
Yes, Guruji.
That is called Savarna Dirgha. Therefore, the Sandhi is called Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. So, here, Avarnath, Panchami Bhakti, Avarne Pare, Saptami Bhakti. When Avarna is followed by, what is Avarna? Avarna is called Avarna. Only the letter A is called Avarna. If you have difficulty, you can understand like this. Avarnath. Avarnath. Avarne Pare. Understand?
Yes.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes.
Avarnat, it means the letter A. We are talking only about the letter A. Avarnat, avarne pare. Why I am putting hyphen is, otherwise avarnat means we're taking it as an opposite. Varna, avarna.
Yeah, yeah.
That possibility is there. Even I got confused
Yes.
there. That is why
Yeah,
putting a hyphen here.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Avarnat, avarne pare. Purva paryoga sthane. Avarnaha means what? Not varna? No.
No.
Avarna.
Varna.
Okay. But you have to read this properly. Dirga avarna. Dirga avarna. Okay. But now I am writing so that you can understand. Dirga varnaha adesha bhavati. And we said ak. Ak is a, I, u, r, l. 5 letters are there. Therefore, 5 examples are given. The next person can read. Shruti ji can read.
Ivarnat ivarne pare purva parayoho sthane dirgha ivarnaha adeshaha bhavati.
Yes. It's very clear, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you cannot replace e plus e by e equal to a or r. Not possible, right?
Yes.
No.
E is palate, right? Talu. E is also talu and savarna. Therefore, both will be replaced by the long vowel. I'm taking the last one as an example. E. What is the long form of E?
E.
What is the long form of this? This E also the same.
E. Same.
So one E will replace both E, right?
Yes.
So now you can see why this. What is this ka? Ka is not just a number. Okay, don't get confused with this ka. Ka is 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a
In
serial
Sanskritam
number.
I have written.
Yes. Yes.
So it's nothing to do with the rule. Ka is A, B, C, D or 1, 2, 3. That's a numbering. Okay. So since Ak has got 5, therefore 5 examples are given. Now the next one. Continue. You can read.
Uvarnat uvarne pare purva parayoh sthane dirgha uvarnaha adeshaha bhavati.
Yes. So therefore, you have these 4 possibilities. Both will be replaced by u. Right? Continue.
Ruvarnat ruvarne pare purva parayoh sthane dirgha ruvarnaha adeshaha bhavati.
So 4 possibilities are there. So if
plus
any possibility is there, then you have to do this sandhi, apply this sandhi, savana dirgha sandhi. The same thing is given in the table. It's very easy, right?
Yes. Here it's adeshaha u, I think, Guruji.
That's a mistake, yes. Yeah, take 4. 2. So you can see adesha, all dirgha. A, E, U, R. So savarna dirgha sandhi, adesha will be long. And the sthani could be short or long, doesn't matter. But there should be savarna to each other, right? That is a condition. You understand this sandhi now?
Yes, Guruji.
Now we will see some examples with each combination. Anjula, you can read.
Yeah, Guruji.
Example, you can start from there. Now, for this example, that is for the letter A, Adesha example. Yeah.
Gana plus Adhipaha.
The word Gana, okay. The word Gana ending with the letter?
Akaranta.
Ending with the letter A. That is what is here. Here A is there. Okay.
Yeah, Guruji.
Yeah, continue.
Gan plus A plus Dhipaha. Gan plus A plus Dhipaha. Ganadhipaha.
So this A is the last letter of the first word, and this A is the first letter of the following word. So A plus A. What will happen?
Ganadhipaha.
It becomes Ganadipaha.
Yeah,
Dirgha
Adesha. In the above example, the last letter of the first word Gana and the first letter of the following word Adhipaha being similar, that is Savarna, to each other, joins together and results in the replacement of both the letters by a single long vowel corresponding to the letters.
Corresponding means corresponding in terms of the place of pronunciation. So Gana plus Adipaha becomes Ganadipaha. This is Savana Dirgha Sandhi. Okay, let me ask you. Dirgha plus Adesha. Can you join this? Anjulaji.
Dirghadeshaha.
Dirghadesha. Savana Dirgha Sandhi. You can join this. It's a compound.
Yeah, Guruji.
You can read the other examples. Parama plus Arthaha. You don't have to read what is in between. Parama plus Arthaha. The final one is.
Paramarthaha.
Yeah, continue. Yeah, please read.
Deva plus Ashrayaha. Devashrayaha. Maha plus Akramaha. Mahakramaha. Uma plus Agachata. Agachat. Uma Gachat.
Uma Gachat. Okay.
Yeah.
Next person. Bhuvaneshwariji.
More examples for practice and understanding. Brahma plus Anandaha. Brahmanandaha. Mata plus Agachati. Mata Gachati.
What does it mean? Mata Agachati.
Mata is coming.
Mata is coming. So when you join, what happens?
Mata Gachati.
Mata Gachati. Now, Mata Gachati, when you split, how will you split?
Mata plus Agachati.
Mata plus Gachati also you can split.
Yeah, we can say Mata plus Gachati.
Therefore, when you split Mata plus Gachati, the meaning is opposite.
Opposite. Yeah.
You say Mata Agachati, mother comes, returns.
Yeah.
But when you split Mata Gachati, she goes, coming or going.
Yeah.
That depends on the
There
context.
is a possibility.
Context. Possibility is there.
Yeah.
So therefore only what we do is, let's see, therefore only Mata plus Gachati, what we do is, we put like this.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Understand that?
Yes.
It is Avagraha.
Avagraha.
This is why in some books you will find, in, when you chant Gita and all, you will see this Avagraha, right? This is not a letter. This is not a letter. Please note. This is published by the publisher. Publisher it gives publishers for the for the readers
understanding.
Understanding, yeah, so that you will not miss it.
Yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji.
Bhagavatam Sundaram.
Yes, Rudram also is there. This is
So,
one Avagraha stands for the letter. Two are there because that's why. So if it is there, then you can split it very clearly. Mata Agachati. Suppose if it is not there, then you will.
sometimes there will be only a single one, Guruji. What does that mean?
That is
only one letter is there.
I mean, in this case, if there is one, how would it be?
It will be only one will be, suppose, if it is there.
Gachati.
Mata Gachati only, not Agachati.
If it is Mata, no, I'm not getting. What is the word you want?
No, if there is only a single that yes there in this particular example.
Here you can see Uma plus Agachat, right?
Yeah.
A is there. So only one here, Uma Agachat.
Oh, okay.
Understand?
Okay.
Yes. How many akaras are elided? That you have to see.
Oh, so each yes denotes one akara.
That's what I said. Yes, one akara.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Got it now.
Let's continue.
Hima plus Alayaha, Himalayaha. Vidya plus Arti, Vidyarthi.
Now, Bhuvaneshwarji, what is the pratyahara used in this sutra, in this rule? What is a pratyahara?
Pratyahara, Brahmananda.
No. I'm not asking about the example. I'm asking about the rule here. What rule?
Hal.
Hal. Why hal? Where did you see hal now?
No, we didn't see.
In this. What is the pratyahara we are using in this rule? What is the name of the rule?
Name of the rule. He said Akukaha Mata.
Don't worry.
Mata Gachati.
We don't need the sutra. I'm asking just a simple thing. What is the name of this Sandhi rule?
Sandhi rule. Dirgha Sandhi.
Dirgha Sandhi. The Sandhi name is Sandhi is Dirgha Sandhi.
Dirgha Sandhi. Savarna Dirgha Sandhi.
What is a Pratyahara they use in this rule? Others.
Ak.
Ak is the Pratyahara. Right?
Yes, Guruji.
Ak has got usage. That is why Ak. In fact, this class is started with your homework only, really.
Yeah.
You have formed so many pratyaharas, but what is the use? That's how started.
Yeah.
I'm ending with that or the same.
Okay.
There is no utility of forming so many pratyaharas. Here only Ak is there. Like that, we have got some.
Guruji, you are not audible, Guruji. Guruji?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear.
Yes, Guruji.
Even if I'm not audible, if you call me twice, what will I do? I will say hello, hello.
Yeah.
What can I do?
Yeah, you can't do anything. Again, same problem.
Okay.
Yes, Guruji.
So now, Savana Dirgha, you know it. You know Savana Dirgha Sandhi?
Yes, Guruji.
Yes.
There are more examples are there. We will see. We will continue with this. Actually, I not planned to teach the Sandhi today, but it started with Pratyahara. To show you the usage of Pratyahara only, the Sandhi topic came.
But very interesting, Guruji.
But Sandhi topic we will see slowly, one by one. I will introduce very slowly. But that is not the focus. Really, that is what I planned today to teach. No, I didn't plan that. Like it came in the way of introducing this Pratyahara. Anyway, so today we will stop here. I'm going out today. So we will see. And today we don't have Tattva Bodha. Not today, tomorrow. We don't have Tattva Bodha class.
Yeah.
Because I'm traveling. We'll see next week.
Okay. Okay, Guruji.
Okay, we can stop. You have any doubts, you can please ask me. Any doubts?
Yeah, it's all good.
Guruji, in the earlier, I mean, like, how is it used in the Minadi in the first one?
Where?
The earlier, Agachati. Why did the Pratyahara, why was it used here? Mata Agachati.
Mata, ending with A.
Oh,
Agachati, ending with A.
Correct.
But to see Purva Parad. See, don't see the full word not required. What are the letter preceding letters not required? What it ends with. Focus on the ending letter of the first word.
Understood.
And the following letter. The first letter of the following word.
Got
The
it.
Sandhi happens between these two letters only, not the two words really, right?
Correct. Yes.
The focus should not be on the word.
Right.
Same thing with Shabda also. When I give a long Shabda, you may have read Lakshmi Narayana Bala Subramanya, means it's a long Shabda, simple, like Rama Shabda.
Correct.
You have to see ending with Bala Subramanya, Ramaha, Bala Subramanya. Whatever may be the name, you can add, but finally it's going to be Bala Subramanya. Similarly here also.
Got it, Guruji.
Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद गुरुजी
धन्यवाद गुरुजी
धन्यवाद गुरुजी
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद गुरुजी
धन्यवाद गुरुजी